So one of the last and hardest parts of drawing an animal are the whiskers, and so I'm going to show you how to do that right now. The pencil I'm going to be using is the Caran d'Ache Chinese white pastel pencil. You can also use other pencils, other pencil brands. For example, I recommend the Carbothello. Anyway, so how I'm going to be doing this is I don't want to drag through everything. It's going to mess it up and it's going to be too thick, and it might not show up very well. So the technique I'm going to be showing you now is going to be twisting the pencil, okay? So what you're going to do is as you drag it across, you're going to just twist like that, okay? So let's start here. And you're going to want to make it one long motion. Let me just do one. So you start like that. Okay, that was one. One long motion, and then you don't like end, and you have to pick up your pencil as you're still going, like in one fast motion. So we're gonna do another one. Start here. Whiskers are not going to be straight. They're going to be overlapping with each other like this. There are going to be shorter whiskers in some areas and longer whiskers in others, so please do pay attention to your reference. Make sure your pencil is as sharp as it can be. They do crisscross. Make sure they crisscross because it is most definitely in your reference. Not all of them start at the edge. Some of them start farther up, and you might not be able to see it as well. Okay, there are some whiskers down here. You have to be fast when you're making them, otherwise it's not going to look natural. It's not going to look like a real whisker. So they're not going to be straight. You just have to try to follow what the reference photo is saying or showing you. Okay, there are a couple over here, Okay, hold on. There's a little dot that shouldn't be there. Okay, so now this side. This side you're going to be dragging through a bunch of fur that you just made. You want to press hard, but you still want to twist it, okay? So twist. Twist like that. Twist. Whiskers from this angle will be turning inwards. So, I mean, you should be able to see on your reference photo, but they should be turning in, mostly. And then over here, they go out more. You're going to want to start all over, some down here, shorter ones, some up here. There has to be a variety of direction, there has to be a variety of lengths. In my reference photo, they're all crisscrossing over this black area, so, and they show up really well there, so you want to not mess up. You won't mess up as long as you plan where each whisker is going to go, and you make sure to twist it every time. So I made something too thick, so what you do in this situation is you grab some sort of blending tool. So let me look for, the thinnest thing I have is a color shaper, which has a plastic tip, and I've talked about it in other videos. What you're gonna do is just blend where you don't want it to be, and don't worry about it too much. People don't notice these things that much when they look at your artwork. You're going to notice it because you drew it, and that's normal, but you can also go in between the whiskers with a color and fix it that way. This mistake was totally intentional, guys. I didn't mess up. I was just showing you how to do it. Okay, so, and then you go over it again, like that. Okay. And then we keep going. to make flicking motions. That's how you get them to look realistic. Okay, now the eyebrow ones. And do watch the rest of the video too, because I'm going to show you one last step. I'm not done with these whiskers. So then here, these ones are straighter, I guess. Just don't make them, try to just go exactly what the reference photo is saying. Why do I keep saying saying? Showing. They might look too long to you, but maybe that's just how this animal is. And it's a photo, so it's gonna be right. Okay, so now the last thing is that where you start your marks might look a little bit, I don't know, too sharp or not smooth enough. So what I'm going to do is take a blending tool and very lightly just blend the fur that's next to the whisker into the whisker, so that it looks like it's just growing in between the different fur, the different hairs. You might not need to do it, it might look perfect on yours, but some subjects require you to do this because the whiskers might be, I don't know, on a black cat, and then you'd be able to clearly see where all the messy starts that you made that are just really sudden, and you don't want to make the whiskers start suddenly. Okay, and then the last thing you're going to do in any artwork, hopefully, is you're going to sign it. And I would suggest signing in either white or black. For this piece, I think, actually I haven't decided. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do basically something similar to what I was doing with whiskers, because I'm just gonna make sure that I'm twisting the pencil as I'm going. And then also, if your pencil is starting to get dirty, this is just like any other tool. You can clean it with your finger. See, if I, let's make another whisker somewhere. If I go like this, can you see the blue that's on the white now? That's going to make a difference. So wipe it off, and it's gone now. Same with your blending tools, make sure they are clean. Okay, I think that is it, and I will now sign this and show you the final result. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you were able to learn something or follow along.